Hey everyone, welcome back to Make the Music. It is Christmas time. It is that time of the year. So why not do a little bit of holiday themed content? I think it's fun. I think it's good for everyone to sort of enjoy this season, enjoy this time of the year if you're in the northern hemisphere, locked in your house during this winter time. But I wanted to give you 5 great home studio gift ideas if you're looking to put things on your list for other people to get you, or you're looking to get something for someone who's in the home studio world. I think these are 5 great gifts. They're affordable. They're not going to be like $6,000 microphones. These are like small little things that you can get people, but are really nice to have in the home studio. Things that sometimes become afterthoughts, but are really amazing conveniences. And so I'm going to lay out what I think would be the 5 best gift ideas for home studios. And so let's launch into the list. Number 1 for me, I think, is a tuner, a small electronic tuner. I think makes an amazing gift. It's not that expensive, and when you're in the home studio, and especially if you're recording guitars or any sort of string instrument, they are constantly going in and out of tune unless you have an Evertune instrument. And tuning is of the utmost importance when you're tracking those instruments, because everything has to stay in tune with each other. It just can't, go in and out of tune with something else. It's going to make your recordings not sound very good. So to keep everything in tune, having some sort of tuner on your stringed instrument at all times while you're tracking, I think is just a good habit to have, and it's good practice to have to get great sounding recordings. So that would be my number 1 gift idea. Get someone a tuner. They can put it on their guitar, bass guitar, it doesn't matter, their stringed instrument, and between each take they can check the strings, make sure everything's in tune, go up on the higher strings, make sure it's in tune up there, and it's going to give you better guitar takes. It's just going to help everything sound better, sound good in unison, and overall I think is a really effective gift and tool in the home studio. And number 4 on my list is actually XLR cables, and ones of varying sizes and length. It seems like in the home studio I'm constantly in need of XLR cables, and these are small, cheap $20 cables depending on the length you get, that allows you to connect your microphone to your interface. And it just seems that mine are either constantly dying, or I'm in constantly need of new ones, or ones of different lengths depending on what I'm doing. So if I'm miking up something far away, I'm going to need a long XLR cable. But if you're just recording vocals, right in your home studio at your desk, you're going to need a shorter one, because you don't need to untangle this giant XLR cable. So XLR cables of varying sizes, I think, make amazing gifts in the home studio. You're always in need of them, and it's always good to know that you have extra backup ones in case one dies during a recording session. There's nothing worse than being in a recording session and trying to get the mic input for something, or you're ready to go on vocal recording day and you go to hit record and your XLR cable dies on you or breaks or something like that. So I think that makes an amazing gift for the home studio. Super affordable to get someone, or to get for yourself. There's some amazing prices on reputable dealers. And so I think that makes an amazing gift, and always has use in a home studio context. And next would be various cable adapter packs. Now these are really cheap, but can make or break the difference between you being able to do a recording session, monitor a recording session, or not. I always find myself needing little 1/4-inch adapters, little 1/8-inch adapters, things that I can use to do either a split to a couple different headphones, or 3 or 4 different headphones. It always seems like I'm running out of these kinds of cables because they're small and I'm misplacing them and I need them. So I think an amazing gift is these various adapter cables. They're always needed in the home studio, especially if you're tracking live with bands, or multiple people need to be able to hear an output of something not through the speakers. That these splitter cables are always super necessary. Little 1/4-inch adapters, because headphones each have their own sort of output. Sometimes it's 1/8-inch, 1/4-inch. And so being able to just interchange between those, I think, is really super effective. It makes an amazing gift in the home studio, and they're super cheap. They're never expensive. Adapters are always super cheap. They're just little pieces of equipment, but can go a long ways and make your life a whole lot easier if you go into a recording session and you have a bunch of these adapters, and you don't need to go in and go, oh, I don't have a 1/4-inch adapter, I got to do something weird with my headphones in order for 2 people to be able to monitor it, right? So I think that's a really good gift idea. I think you should pick those up there, and they're super cheap as well. And then the next thing on the list is various mic stands, or like one I have here, which is a microphone boom for the home studio. I think makes an amazing gift. Something like this, I think, was about $20. It holds your microphone like this. You can attach it to your desk without doing damage to your desk. Microphone stands that are not that expensive. I mean, some are closer to $50 if you're putting them up high for drums, for instance. But if you're just doing vocals and you need a shorter mic stand, they're about $20-$25. But I found that mine either keep breaking, or they are put through a lot of abuse, or you just need more microphone stands if you're tracking drums, if you're tracking multiple instruments at once. And I find that I can never have too many of these things, especially these shorter mic stands. There's even ones that can just sit on a table. And I find these are really nice if I'm going to track acoustic guitar or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to set up a big mic stand. Sometimes I'll just take the ones with 4 legs, set it up on my desk at my home studio, just get the mic angle correct, and I can go ahead and record acoustic guitar in 1 minute. As opposed to grabbing my large mic stand, setting it up, putting the right sort of holder, and then putting the microphone on. I can just set one of those up really quick. So that makes an amazing gift in the home studio. Like I said, you never have too many mic stands, in my opinion. So being able to add those, it's pretty inexpensive. Sweetwater always has great deals on them. I'm not sponsored by Sweetwater or any of these companies or products, okay? But they always seem to have a nice supply of them and ones that can fit your needs. So that would make an amazing gift in the home studio. And then lastly, I think this is the best gift idea for someone in the home studio, and that is a small MIDI keyboard, something that's maybe just a couple octaves. I own one of these. They're not too expensive, but man, do they come in handy, especially when you're on the road and you want to record stuff, you're going to someone else's studio and you want to track stuff, or you just want to real quick pull out a MIDI keyboard to record an idea. I think this is an amazing tool. If you don't have all the space to have multiple large keyboards, like I have large MIDI keyboards, but I don't always have the space to have them all set up and plugged in. But what I can do if I want to record a quick piano idea, virtual instrument idea, anything with MIDI, or maybe I'm just tracking drums real quick, virtual drums by hand, and I want to drum them in with my MIDI keyboard, what I do is I just grab my small one and I plug it in. So I think this is an amazing gift idea to get someone in a home studio world. I think they would really appreciate it. I know I like having as many, sort of small MIDI keyboards as possible wherever I go in my studio, so I can just sort of pull them out and begin, tinkering with ideas and stuff like that. So that's my quick list of gift ideas for the home studios. Let me know, do you have any amazing things that could go in a home studio? Something that's a little more cheap but is convenient and really sort of makes your life easier. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what your ideas are. But those are my top 5 right off the top of my head. I thank you so much for watching this channel. Please don't forget to like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you like these kinds of videos. Have a Merry Christmas, and anyways, I'll see you guys next time.